hot. I'd like to fool with my baby tonight. Break every rule with my baby tonight. I'd like to fool with my baby tonight. Break every rule with my baby tonight. Hello, with my baby tonight. It's too darn hot. It's too darn hot. It's too darn hot. I'd like to cool tonight. It's so cool with my baby tonight. It's so cool with my baby tonight. Brother, you are my baby tonight. It's too darn hot. According to the Kinsey report, every average man you know must be first to play his favorite sport when the temperature is low. When the thermometer goes up and the weather is sizzling hot, stick up the swab of a reed for his queen, a GI for his cutie pie is not. It's too darn hot. It's too darn hot. It's too darn hot. Man, it's hot.
Thank you. We're going to keep it going with another one from West Side Story. Hit it. Not that one.
Spoiler alert.
Could be, who knows? There's something due any day. I will know right away, soon as it shows. Make a cannonball down in the sky, gleaming its eye, bright as a rose. Who knows? It's only just out of reach, down the block on a beach, under a tree. I got a feeling there's a miracle due, gonna come true, coming to me. Could it be? Yes, it could. Something's coming, something good. If I can wait, something's coming. I don't know what it is, but it is gonna be great. With a click, with a shock, phone will jingle, door will knock, open the line. Something I don't know what it is. Just through the blind patch. Around the corner, or whistling down the river. Come on, will it be? Yes, it will. Maybe just fine, holding still. It'll be there. Come on, something, come on in. Don't be shy. Need a guy, pull up a chair. The air is coming, and something great is coming. Who knows? It's something just out of reach, down the block on a beach. Maybe tonight, maybe tonight, maybe tonight.
Thank you all so much for coming. We really appreciate you all being here, especially you, Danny. You look so good there. And especially those of you who have come back multiple times. I know Vinny, Rob, and then all three shows. Thank you all so much. This is our presentation of Dear Broadway. My name is David. This is Matthew. That's Preston. Together we are Sincerely Three.
That's a lot. But no, I had an idea a couple years ago to bring together some of my absolute favorite vocalists in the Orlando area, and they weren't available, so I dragged these two guys along. And they begrudgingly joined me, and we created all those three today.
Now, Dear Broadway is our version of a love letter to all things musical theater.
leader. And whether you've heard the songs we're going to sing tonight or never heard them before, we are still going to put our Sincerely Free spin on things, making it unique to us. And I think that's because each of us has our own unique things that we bring to the group. Like Preston is extremely charismatic, he has a powerhouse voice. I play a few instruments, I've arranged a lot of the songs you'll hear tonight. And David has a house that we can rehearse.
Grand countertops.
Yes.
And Julian.
And Julian.
Julian's our mascot, our little, not little, giant puppet.
But regardless, it is nice to feel like each of us has our own purpose within the group. Yeah.
Purpose is that little flame that lights a fire under your ass.
Purpose keeps you coming strong, like a car with a full tank of gas.
Everyone else has a purpose, so what's mine? Hey, look! It's a penny! It's from the year I was born. It's a sign.
I don't know how I know, but I'm gonna find my purpose.
I don't know where I'm gonna look, but I'm gonna find my purpose.
Gotta find out, don't wanna wait. Got to make sure that my life will be great. Gotta find my purpose before it's too late.
I'm gonna find my purpose.
Oh, I'm gonna find my purpose.
I'm gonna find my purpose.
Oh, I'm gonna find my purpose.
Could be far, it could be near, it could take a week, a month, a year.
At a job, smoking grass, maybe at a reclass.
Could it be?
Yes, it could. Something's coming, something good. I'm gonna find my purpose. What will it be, or where will it be? My purpose in life is a mystery.
Gotta find my purpose. I gotta find me.
I'm gonna find my purpose.
I'm gonna find my purpose.
I'm gonna find my purpose.
I gotta find me. Thank you so much. So, for those of you who don't know the three of us personally, we actually met and did a show together for the first time in 2019, doing a show called Andrew Lippa's Wild Party. Heard of it? Yeah, sure. If you haven't heard of it, that's a much longer conversation we're going to need to have. But the three of us became friends instantly, and that was because of a shared love of music and theater and
Whiskey.
yes.
It's definitely a lot of whiskey, but you know, through all the good and sometimes the bad, we really been there for each other. Kind of like an extended family, kind of like brothers.
Would you say it's kind of like a brotherhood?
For the sake of this song, I would.
Now you may join the Elks, my friend, and I may join the Shriners, and other men may carry cards as members of the diners.
Still others wear a golden key or small Greek letter pin. But I have learned there's one great club that all of us are in.
There is a brotherhood of man, a benevolent brotherhood of man, a noble tie that binds all human hearts and minds into one brotherhood of man.
Your lifelong membership is free. Keep it
sing old folk jumping. When I try, I'll be there all my life. Yeah, I'm not forget about everything I hate. I try, I can reach and survive. I'm open to all of mine. There'll always be behind, and man, that just feels bad. Hey, look, there's danger up ahead. Here comes the curve. Stop looking at my sleeve. Just hold your nerve. Give me a full tank and open her up. Then watch me explode. Look at me, I'm trying. When I try, I'm in love all life. Yeah, I'm not forget about everything I hate. When you drive, life just flies when you drive. We are the heroes who the people look up to, and now that just feels red. I can flow, I can fly. This is how I wanna live, I wanna die. I'm in love, I'm alive when I
So many jokes that I missed. Now, usually, I know what you're all thinking about seeing this show before is that you've all seen all these songs before, but no, look at the changes. I'm singing one of Matt's songs and it's really hard. And if any of you out there are thinking, I just want Matt to sing all the songs, well, how dare you? We have to rest these golden chords from time to time. What do we even have next? Oh, it's you!
Great. No. So, wow, okay, anyway. That song was from a show called Bonnie and Clyde. And David, you know what I love about Bonnie and Clyde?
What's
They're
that?
such a good duo, right?
Yeah.
But I would say, you and I are kind of like a great duo as well. We're best friends. And you didn't really get to sing too much of that song. It was kind of Preston's big moment. But I thought I'd give you a chance to sing a little bit more this time.
Really?
Yeah, all right. I'm going to do a song from the show called Book of Mormon. Yeah, it's a great show. And I think it really describes our friendship. It's called You and Me.
I love that.
That's it.
Let's do it.
Okay. Just you and me. I've always had the hope that on the day I go to heaven, the Heavenly Father will shake my hand and say, "You've done an awesome job, Kevin, but now it's our time to go out and set the world's people free. And we can do it together, you and me, just mostly me." You and me, but mostly me, are gonna change the world forever. 'Cause I can do most anything,
And I can stand next to you and watch.
yes. Every hero needs a sidekick, every captain needs a mate, every dinner needs a side dish.
On a slightly smaller day.
And now we're seeing eye to eye,
It's so great we can agree. Life is about to change for you and me.
just mostly me. Something incredible.
Matthew Griffenberg, Mr. Rottenbelt. That's his name. What are you laughing for? All right. Now that thankfully all the screaming is over, at least momentarily, we can focus on the golden age of Broadway musicals. Kevin, you know these jokes. They're not new. I appreciate the commitment, though. All right, so we can focus back on traditional theater and talk about the classics like Rodgers and Hammerstein, Lerner and Lowe, Taylor Swift. No, thank you. That must have been my mom. No, but honestly, many people don't know that many of the famous jazz standards that you know and love by artists such as Frank Sinatra, Ella Fitzgerald, actually were featured in Broadway musicals long before they ever hit the charts. So, we are going to present a medley of some of the songs that you already know and love, but maybe don't know came from a musical. Oh yeah, I have to say hit. Christian.
is not the only type of music that is featured in a lot of musicals these days. We also have something that is called a jukebox musical, and that often is when you have a song catalog of an artist or a group of artists that come together and they put the music along with the story.
Boy, are there lots of jukebox musicals nowadays.
Yes, there are a couple that I can think of off the top of my head.
Oh, and there's like After Midnight, there's Ain't Too Proud, there's Disaster, there's Mamma Mia,
That's a couple.
there's All Shook Up, there's Motown, there's Moving Out, there's Escape to Margaritaville, there's $1 Million Quartet, there's Beautiful, the Carole King musical, Tina, the Tina Turner musical, Summer, the Donna Summer musical, Always Patsy Cline, there's Xanadu.
There's that musical.
But what Matt is conveniently forgetting for the purpose of our show is perhaps the best known jukebox hit musical of this century, of this millennium. That, of course, was inspired by Frankie Valli and the Four Seasons. I'm, of course, talking about the Broadway, the Tony Award-winning Broadway show, Trixie Boys.
Now we're doing a sincerely free version here. Oh.
I got funny
Thank you so much. Okay, now, who here has ever heard of something called a four-chord song? Or like the term four-chord songs? In pop music, yeah. Basically every pop music sounds the same, and they use the same four chords for a lot of pop songs. So what we did was we found as many Broadway songs that we could think of that fit in those same four chords, and we put them together in one giant mashup for you tonight. So make sure, it's very exciting. So make sure you guys cheer every time you know a musical, every time your favorite song comes up, okay? This is Broadway's four-chord song, Hit It. What's that playing on the radio? Why am I so swaying to and fro? I have never heard that song before, but I don't hear it anymore. It's still familiar to me, sends a thrill right through me. Does he score to remind me of the night when I first fell in love? He's beside me, all alone. I walk into the morning. It starts to begin, it starts to begin. Is there anybody here? It doesn't suck to be. Heart, don't fail me now. Courage, don't desert me. Don't turn back now that we're here. Once upon a time I was falling in love. Now I'm only falling apart. Why not? Why today? I'm on here, on my way. Night has come, and the land is dark, and the moon is the only light we'll see. This is so low. The sun will come out tomorrow. Much farther down that tomorrow there'll be sun. Hey girls, they don't cry. Oh my God, looks like hell's been blowing my mind.
is the part of the show where I tell a deeply personal, dramatic story. Are you all ready?
Yeah!
Are we together?
Yeah, that's one!
Okay, there it is. I knew one of you would hit it. Just hear it all, that's okay. I'm sure we'll practice it again later. I want to talk briefly, not briefly, it's going to be a long story, about the power of live theater and what it means to me, hopefully what it means to all of you. Many of the people in the room here are performers, and we know and we cherish the moments that we're able to give to people, but we often forget how it feels like to be in that very same position. I you go to the theater a lot, but I remember a story deeply, deeply personal to me that changed my life, and maybe this story will resonate with you. The next song that we're going to sing is the Act 1 finale of Shrek. The song is called Who I'd Be. And for anybody who isn't aware, you've probably seen the movie as this lovable character who farts and makes jokes and always angrily yells about how he wants to be alone. But I know it's hilarious. In the Broadway musical, however, he's told repeatedly by the people that he most cares about that the world would not only go on without him, that it would be better. It would be a better place without him. And that if people saw his face, they'd be so terrified and alarmed that they would either run from him or they'd try to kill him. And when you're told that by people that you love for years and years and years, it's hard to remember what life is like outside of that feeling. And for me personally, when I was very young, I was checked into a hospital for a long time. I was dealing with significant mental health issues, and when I came back to the world, many of the other students' parents, they didn't want their kids to hang out with me. They didn't want them to go to recess with me because they were afraid that what I had was transmissible in some fashion, which I'm sure would be laughable nowadays, but back in those days, it was a very real thing. And I walked into this theater. I didn't know what to expect. I was seeing our friend Sarah Ballmaker, who was amazing as Fiona. And I watched as the character Donkey asked him, imagine for a moment, if you could be anything, what would you be? And he allows himself to be vulnerable. And I remember, back when I was little, being in that room and imagining being something more, imagining being something better, repeatedly telling myself that things didn't have to be this way. And that's such a powerful feeling that I felt in that theater at that time. And you all know the feeling when you forget there's 100 people around you, when you forget that you're in a theater, when you forget that you've paid money to go to this place to experience this feeling. All there is that moment. And that moment doesn't just stay with you for that hour through intermission. It can stay with you forever, like it did for me. And maybe I just did a big giant TMI and you're like, just sing the song, buddy. Or maybe this story resonates with you the same way it did for me, or at least reminds you of a moment when you sat in the theater and you felt that exact same way. And hopefully you will now.
Sword and armor clashing within semi-dashing, shield at the neck, or else I'd be a Viking and live a life of terror while smelling like a hero upon a Viking ship. I sail away, I see the world, I reach the farthest reaches, I feel the wind, I taste the salt and sea. That's who I'd be. I could be a poet and write a different story, one that tells of glory and untold lies. To the skies I throw it, stars are to the telling, who would help with spelling, ignite the dark of the eye. fate is known. An ogre always stays in the dark and all alone. Because I'd be a hero, and if my wish were granted, life would be enchanted. So the stories say, of course I'd be a hero, and I would scale a tower to save a hot house flower. Carry her away, but stand to guard and be a beast. I'd somehow overwhelm it. I'd get the girl, I'd take her breath, and I'd remove my helmet. We stand and stare as we love, and feel the stars descending. We share a kiss and find my destiny. I'd have a happy ending. A real happy ending. That's how it would be. I'll pick right but not for me.
Always hides, an ogre's fate is known. An ogre always stays in the dark.
We're going to take a 10 or 15, get a lot more drinks, and we'll be back. Theater Mad Libs per se. So I need some words from you all, if you can. Are we ready? Hey. All right, David. How are you? I'm happy you're here. All right. What? First question. What is a pet that you would never want to have? You will be judged by the answer. Never want to have. We love controversial. A tarantula. Silence for the tarantulas. Alright. Hello. What is your name? Hi, Lisa. What is a random appliance in your kitchen? Random. Pasta maker. It's a lot of syllables. We'll see how we make that work. Okay. Oh, this is a good one. I'm going to rustle. Rustle, my friend. I need a risque article of clothing. A jockstrap. Thank you. That's called validation. Okay. Hello. How are you? Oh my gosh. Keep going. Now, what is the worst Christmas gift you ever received? Don't get too deep, just... Nothing. Nothing. If anyone has any gifts to give right now, you could really use it. Hello, friends. How are all of you? I'm so happy to see you all. Where am I? Yes, okay. Oh, Angie, this will be good. I need an exotic animal. A loaf cat. Some people are very
Hi, Mom. This is my mom. Yeah! Alright. Was I good? 5 minutes. Alright. We're back. Here we go. Okay. So, we now present to you our version of musical theater. Madness. Hidden. Raindrops on roses and whiskers on tarantulas.
Red copper pasta makers and warm woolen jockstraps.
Tied up with strings. These are a few of my favorite things. Cream-colored loth cats and crisp mushroom strudel.
Doorbells and sleigh bells and olives with noodles.
Orangutans that fly with the moon on their wings. These are a few of my favorite things. Girls in white turtlenecks with red ghost sashes.
Snowflakes that stay on my upper thighs and eyelashes.
Windsors that melt into IPAs. These are 17 of my favorite things. When Chelsea's mom bites.
When that elephant stings.
When I'm feeling sad, I simply remember my favorite stalkers, and then I don't feel so rejoiceful. Thank you all. Now, as we stand up here, I can't help but notice something isn't right with the three of us. Me and David took the time to look really nice for this act, Preston.
You just said we were changing pants.
No, I know, but not that you don't look nice. You always look nice, but
Thank you.
you know, new act, new us, right?
I guess. I don't know where you're going with this.
Well, I mean, you're kind of giving us a hard time in front of our friends that came to see us, so, you know what, we'll take care of this. Christian, will you help us out, please?
We got you.
Not sure what's happening.
I just think we can change you. That's right. Just your physical. That's also
I can tell you're feeling wary, but you can count on Uncle Barry. We can take this awkward duck into a swan. Your whole look could use a shake-up.
I just need a jacket.
You can borrow all my makeup and the pair of specs that currently has on.
popular. We'll help you be popular. We'll teach you the proper ploys when you talk to boys. Little ways to flirt and flounce.
You can guess our whole agenda.
You'll be Elfie. We're going on. It's makeover time, so why not just give in? Hey mama, welcome to the 60s. Oh, mama, welcome to the 60s. Oh, mama, go, go, go.
they put a smile on my face.
I'm so glad.
Oh, well, you know, speaking of smiles,
That's a segue. Hit it.
There it goes.
gray skies are gonna clear up, put on a happy face,
Brush off the clouds and cheer up, put on a happy face.
Take off the gloomy mask of tragedy. It's not your style. You'll look so good that you'll be glad you decided to smile.
pick out that pleasant outlook, stick out that noble chin,
Wipe off that full of doubt look, slap on a happy grin.
And spread sunshine all over the place.
just put on a happy face.
Put on your Sunday clothes, there's lots of world out there. Get up brilliant tea and dime cigars. We're gonna find adventure in the evening air. Girls in white and a perfect night where the lights are bright as the stars. Put on your Sunday clothes, we're gonna ride through town in one of those new horse-drawn open cars. We'll see the shows and download it goes. There will close the town in our world, and we won't come home until we kiss the girl.
Hey, hobo man, hey, dapper Dan, you both got your style, but brother, you're never fully dressed without a smile.
Your clothes may be a cold rumbly, they stand out a mile, but brother, you're never fully dressed without a smile.
Who cares what they're wearing on Main Street to Savile Row? But what you wear from ear to ear and not from head to toe, that matters. So janitor,
So long for a while, remember you're never fully dressed. Though you may wear your best, you're never fully dressed without a smile. Smile, don't smile.
I do want to give credit, both of those medleys actually David here put together, so give it up for David. Yeah. And now, speaking of being never fully dressed, without a smile. Without a smile, that's the name of the song we just sang. There's a smile right here in the first row. Christine Miles, hello. Miles isn't her last name, Smiles is right there. But we need your help for this next song, is that okay? Yeah. Just feel the tension here. Mom, close your eyes. They say it's a man's world, well that cannot be denied. But what good is a man's world without a woman by his side? And so I will wait until that moment you decide that I'm your man and you're my girl, that I'm the sea and you're the pearl. It takes two, baby. It takes two.
King ain't a king without the power behind the throne.
a prince is a pauper babe without a chick to call his own.
So please God choose me, I don't wanna rule alone. So tell me I'm your man
'Cause I'm the sand and you're the tide. I'll be the room if you'll be my ride. It takes two, baby. It takes two. It takes two, baby. It takes two.
I love you. After all that, I wish I had a girl like Christine.
That's what you wish for? She's right there, David. No, I know. She is beautiful and wonderful and so kind. But if you had one wish in this entire world that somebody like a great powerful wizard could ask you, what would you wish for?
I would wish to end all world hunger.
Okay, Miss America, but seriously, what is that one wish that you could wish for?
A brain?
A heart?
Health insurance?
Courage.
Yes, courage. That's the answer to this, Preston. Hit it. When I meet the wizard, once I know my word, then I give the wizard what I've waited for since birth, and with all his wizard wisdom, by my looks he won't be blinded. Do you think the wizard is dumb, or like Munchkin so small-minded? I'll say to me, I see you truly are. Girl, I'm alive and that's where we'll begin. The wizard and I.
Once I'm with the wizard, my whole life will change. 'Cause once you're with the wizard, no one thinks you're strange. No father is not proud of you. No sister acts ashamed. And all of us has to love you. When by the wizard, you're claimed. And this gift or this curse I have inside, maybe last a long while. When we are hand in hand, the wizard and I.
And one day he'll say to me, Alpha, a girl who is so superior. Shouldn't a girl who's so good inside have a matching exterior? And since most here to an absurd degree seem fixated on your verdigris, would it be alright by you if I degree-defy you? No, of course that's not important to me. I'll reply, oh, what a pair we'll be, the wizard and I. Yes, what a pair we'll be, the wizard and
Unlimited. My future is unlimited. And I just had a vision, almost like a prophecy.
I know it sounds truly crazy and true. The vision's hazy, but I swear someday there'll be a celebration throughout us. That's all to do with me. And I'll stand there with the wizard, feeling things I never felt. Though I never show it, I'd be so happy I could now. So it'll be for the rest of my life, and I want nothing else in life.
Obviously, the whole world is on its head right now, and we all are doing our very, very best to make it through each and every one of these days. And I think surrounding yourself with great friends like these guys and all of you for being here supporting us, it really makes a difference when those tough times do come. And a very wise friend of mine, who actually is here tonight, gave me some advice when I was going through a very tough time when I lost my mom last year. And what they said to me was, when you have those moments that are really overwhelming and you don't know how to get through those, something that really can help make you feel like you can attain some kind of composure with that is to say those things out loud. It's really, really tough. It's going to challenge you no matter what, but if you can say those things out loud, for some reason, it makes it where you feel like you can see the other side of it. So, as the character from this next song sings, this is his way of saying these things out loud.
Hello. This is not just a prop, no. So, give it up for David one more time. So anyone who knows me knows that I'm a bit of a romantic. My favorite movies are literally When Harry Met Sally and You've Got Mail. Basically anything Tom Hanks or Meg Ryan has ever done, anything Nora Ephron has ever written. I just love love, and I think musical theaters really nailed the love song. I think some of the best love songs ever written are from musicals, and this next song is not technically from a musical. It is a pop song that was put into a movie that was then made into a musical. So now it's from a musical, but for the purpose of this show, it's from a musical. But this next song is from the musical Moulin Rouge. The movie and musical Moulin Rouge. But I think it really encapsulates how I feel about love and how a lot of us as artists feel about love. And that is that we might not have a lot to give physically. We might not have money. We might not have things. We might not have any kind of stability in our lives whatsoever, but we have love to give. We have lots and lots of love to give. We have lots of ourselves to give. And tonight is the first time I've actually had someone here who I can sing this to. And yeah, okay. And, so tonight you can tell everybody that this is your song. It's a little bit funny, this feeling inside. I'm not one of those who can easily hide. I don't have much money, but boy, if I did, I'd buy a big house where we both could live. Sculptor, but then again, no, or a man who makes potions in a traveling show. I know it's not much, but it's the best I can do. My gift is my song, and this one's for you. And you can tell anybody this is your song. It may be quite simple, but now that it's done, I hope you don't mind, I hope you don't mind that I put down words how wonderful life is, how you're in the world. I sat on the roof and I kicked off the moss. Well, a few of these verses, well, they've got me quite cross. But the sun's been kind to while I wrote this song. It's for people like you that keep it turned on. So excuse me for getting, but these things I do, you see, I've forgotten if they're green or they're blue. Anyway, the thing is, what I really mean, yours are the sweetest eyes I've ever seen. You can tell anybody this is your song. It may be quite simple, but now that it's done, I hope you don't mind, I hope you don't mind that I put down in words how wonderful life is, how you're in the world. I hope you don't mind, I hope you don't mind that I put down in words how wonderful life is. Now you're in the world.
still so moving every time. So thank you both for sharing the stories and for sharing your talents with them and with me. But to transition out of this, I'll try to do it the best I can. When Matt, shows his vulnerable side to an audience like this, it's such a brave thing to do. In those moments, I take it upon myself as like a personal obligation to make fun of him. And that's what I'm about to do right now, Matthew. Because Dave and I talked about this. It's the first time that he sung that to someone. So in this moment, Dave and I would like to reenact what we imagine. Vinny, you know we're going to do it. There's no turning back now. So the conflict in Matthew as he's wooing someone, that is what we offer you now. Christian. Oh, the places I would like to show you, although I hardly know you, I have a funny feeling we make the perfect pair. Famous sights I want to see you seeing, that night of you and me, you, we.
Wait a minute, just a minute. No, 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 no. I'm a Joe with just one aim. Every night a day, a different day. Always one of us sing that name. Hey baby.
In a row I have my ducks, loads of gaps, give me loads of yucks. Leave the coon to the other shucks. I don't need a baby, got it good. What do I need with love?
Always practice what I preach. Keep temptation out of easy reach. Stick to dolls who wash their hair and bleach. Happy.
Gonna go the way I choose, never gonna sing the tie-down blues. Other guys are killer fill our shoes. I don't need a baby, got it good. What do I need with love? That was a near miss. Talk about a close shave, flirted with disaster. There must be someone out there watching over me. Talk about how poorly over me. Peter Alice missing Bootsy means I roll without a tootsie. Got it good. What do I need with love? I got it good. What do I need with love?
Stick those vows and all that rot. Tell the minister that I do not.
Right and easy as the birds and easy as the real easy as the life I got. Without her. It was going so well. Although I hardly know you, what do I need with love? I got it good. Got it good. But now I got it Speaking of famous songs that are in Broadway musicals, but actually originated in movies and on the Billboard charts, this next one you've probably heard quite a few times. It's a certain Disney song that a lot of you probably love to hate, especially if you have children. Hey, 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 let it go. It's actually people talking about it.
Set the scene, Preston. Set the scene.
You're alone. You're off in your ice palace. You've abandoned everyone except for your ice cloak, your emotion, and your sing.
Snow goes white on the mountain tonight, not a bridge we see.
A kingdom of isolation, and it looks
keep it in, heaven knows I've tried. Don't let them in,
Don't let them see. Be the good girl you always have to be.
conceal.
Don't feel, don't let them know. Well, now they know.
Let it go,
Let it go.
can't hold it back anymore. Let it go,
Let it go.
turn away
And slam the door. I don't care what they're going to
say. Let the door
rage on. But anyway.
It's funny how some distance makes everything seem small, and the fears that once
Control me, can't get to me at all.
it's time to see what I can do
To test the
limits and break through. No right, no wrong, no rules for me.
I'm free.
Let it go,
Let it go. I'm
one with the wind and sky. Let it go,
let it go. You'll never see me
right. Here I'll
stand, and here I'll
stay. Let the storm rage on. My soul here flurries through the air into the
ground. My soul is spiraling in frozen fractals all around.
as one but crystal.
Eyes is like an icy glass. I'm never going back. The past is in the past. Let it go. And I'll rise like a ray of dawn. Let it go. Let it go. The perfect girl is gone. Here I stand in the light of day. Let the storm rage on. Cool never bothered me anyway.
Musical theater tag.
We forgot to introduce that.
That's okay.
Next time.
They got the point. But we purposefully under-rehearsed that song to make it more fun. So, now a mood shift here. We have a couple more songs for you. And this last year we lost a great in the musical theater community, Stephen Sondheim. And yeah, I mean, give it up for Stephen Sondheim. Musical theater would not be what it is today without him, and so we wanted to pay homage to him, of course. So we put together 3 different songs that mean a lot to us because, you know, if you know Stephen Sondheim, he teaches lessons in his words and in his music. And some of the most important lessons, even outside of musical theater, you can find in his work. So we put together 3 songs, and to help us remember that someone will always be there, as frightened as you, to help us survive. And others may deceive you, but not to worry, because truly, no one is alone. Thank you.
Nothing's gonna harm you, not while I'm around. Nothing's gonna harm you, no sir, not while I'm around. Demons are prowling everywhere. I don't care, I've got ways.
No one here to guide you. Now you're on your own. Only me beside you. Still you're not alone. No one is alone. Truly, no one is alone. Sometimes people leave you halfway through the wood. Others may deceive you. You decide what's good. You decide alone.
Nothing's gonna harm you.
No one is alone.
Nothing's gonna harm you.
Make me confused. Unlock me with praise. Let me muse there in my days. But alone is alone, not alive. Somebody crowd me with love. Somebody force me to care. Somebody let me come through. I'll always be there, as frightened as you, to help us survive. Being alive, being alive, being alive.
Dear Broadway, we just want to take this chance to thank everyone here at the Abbey. Thanks to Kenny, thanks to our amazing crew, thank you to Christian, to Jim, to Matt, the entire team at Sound Seer, Thing for helping us create this in the beginning. Thank you all for coming. This has been really, really special for us to be able to do it again, and see all your faces means the world to us. So thank you.
We're just three fellows who love to laugh and have stories to tell.
Who love to get drunk and raise true friggin' hell.
So, let's raise a glass in praise of surviving the day. Sincerely, three.
I don't want to stand on a stage with a sword. I went to a pantomime once, I was bored. I'm not a poetical sort of a person like you. When I get a poem, the streets and the gutters will do.
Billy Flanagan, who lights the gas lamps, Phoenix Park alone. He's not a drunk for over 57 years. In Dublin,
And down on Henry Street is Mad John Manor. Oh, Reverend Johnny with his face like hammer. When Johnny's singing, brings the Dublin man to tears.
I don't know the kind of words that you might say, or how to put it in a rhyme. But if you come with me, you'll know how the lamps in the park look like a god in the dark as they glow. The streets of Dublin.
the dealers hawking and the talkers yelling, the buskers banging and the ragmen ringing bells. And there's Maureen, whose door is always open for
lives to claim. There are more glasses to raise and praise to survive another day. Raise a glass if you know. Down where Miss Kitty Farrelly is pouring whiskey.